Hi everybody, welcome back to Small Caliber Arms Review. I'm Richard. If you've watched my channel for any length of time, you'll know I've had a kind of a love-hate relationship with this little gun. This is the Taurus Spectrum, and I did 3 previous videos on this gun, mostly because, well, I really like it. I like the way it looks, I like the way it feels, I like the compactness of it. It'll slip right down in your pocket, absolutely no problem. It's a great little pistol. I love the thing. Of course, with the smaller 6-round magazine in it, it's very hard to hold on to because my pinky will not fit on there. With the 7-round magazines, they work great because it's got that little pinky extension on there and it really fits great and it feels good. The problem I had was unreliability. I had all kinds of issues with this thing. The very first video I did, I only had a couple issues during some of my after filming shots I took, and I thought, you know what, maybe this warrants another video, so I did it, and I had more problems with it, so I did a third video and I tried different ammos, and the only thing that seemed to function reliably was the self-defense ammo, which is great because that's what the gun is for. But I think it should function just fine with regular old white box target ammo. It should do what it's supposed to do with that, and then the better high quality ammunition should work even better. The problem is it wouldn't cycle anything but the high dollar stuff, and like I said, it should be reliable even with the cheap stuff in it. Just the round nose, full metal jacket, target loads. So I watched a bunch of videos on YouTube, of course, and I found Mix Up 98, and he had one and he had problems. His were a little bit different than mine. He was only having problems with the last round not feeding in there, and what he had found was that it was because of the face, the bolt face on there was really rough on his, quite a bit rougher than it was in mine. But I thought, you know what, he did that and it fixed his issue. It can't hurt with mine. So I've done, over the last 2 evenings, I've done a lot of sanding and polishing and everything with some really small implements and really fine sandpaper. Up to 1,000 grit was the finest I did. And then polished it and polished it and polished it until I got it almost a mirror finish. There are still some microscopic scratches in it, but I just don't have the time. I don't want to put the time. I don't want to put, 100 hours into polishing this thing up. It's not worth it. It was a very inexpensive gun when I bought it, and it's still not a great gun. In fact, even on Taurus's website, I don't even see the Spectrum listed anymore. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe they had so many issues with it, they just decided to drop the line. I think it would benefit from a lot of improvements because it really is a cool little gun. Anyways, all the polishing and sanding and finishing and everything I've done with this thing, I'm going to take it out of the range one more time and give it some tries and see if it will do what it's supposed to do. In the third video, I don't think I finished all 3 of the magazines I got without an issue, except for the self-defense ammo. And that could have just been a fluke. It could be breaking in, who knows? That was the last box of ammo I fired in it. So now we're going to get both the 7-round magazines and the 6-round magazine out there on the range, and we're going to give this thing, I've got 100 rounds of 380 here. We're going to at least do 50 rounds and see if this thing will do what it's supposed to do. All right, you're going to have to excuse me for the lighting conditions out here. It is constantly changing. It's really windy today, and the clouds are moving back and forth all over the place. But these are the rounds I've got in here. Now, these are these are 95 grain full metal jackets, but they are a flat point. So we're going to see how these do. I've got the 6-round magazine loaded in the gun, and we're going to take some shots up there. I'm not too worried about accuracy. I already know how the gun shoots. So we're just going to see about reliability and see how it does. All right, here we go. Six rounds locked open. There's a failure to extract. Not so much fun there. And it did extract that time. I don't see any significant marks on the ammo. Now I'm thinking that right there is probably a magazine issue, because for some reason it is just not stripping it off of there. Let's try it again. Okay, that was 7 rounds in that magazine. Let's try the third one. Little stovepipe there, and wow, that might have just been my hand moving around there, but it did lock open. It just didn't kick that round all the way out. Let's go ahead and get these magazines loaded up again. We'll try it again. Okay, here we go. We got the 6-round magazine again and 6 more rounds of the Winchester White Box flat point full metal jackets. Let's see how this thing does. There's 6. No problems. There's 7, no problems. And we got a failure to extract issue there. Let's see if we can lock the slide open, get the magazine out. We'll let that drop. And it did extract that time. Okay, it completely emptied it just like it was supposed to do. I wonder if it's just this magazine. Who knows? I got some more rounds. Let's try it again. All right, this time I'm going to try it with just the 2 6-round or 7-round magazines and see how it does, because that may be where I'm having my issue. I don't know. Let's give it a try. That one didn't have any problems. That one also didn't have any problems. I don't know what to say about this gun. Like I said, it's a really cool little gun. It shoots pretty good there. I mean, I got a pretty big target up there. I didn't get anything off paper that I can tell anyways. It's the beautiful size. I love the size of this thing. Like I said, you can slip it right down in your pocket. It doesn't imprint too much. No holster or anything on there. You might want to put a sticky holster on it or something, but I don't know that I can recommend this gun as being the optimum concealed carry firearm, but it's apparent that I am still having some issues with it. Most of it was a failure to extract. Did have the one stovepipe at the end there, but that was the last round, and I think it just didn't kick it out. Maybe I moved too soon. I don't know. I hate to keep making excuses for the gun because I do like it a lot. It's just not the perfect concealed carry firearm, I don't think. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of 2, 2, and 2 and see how it does. Like I said, this gun confuses me because I want to like it and I just can't depend on it. That's all there really is to it. Let's take a look real quick at what the face of it looks like since I polished it all up, and see if it still looks the same. It is definitely dirty. The feed ramp is quite dirty on it too, but usually that just wipes right off, and that's still nice and shiny in there. But it's the face of it where the rounds slide in there, and I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but that looks pretty clean too. It does not appear to be all scratched up. So yeah, I don't know. I did polish the extractor a little bit. I know that the extractor is pretty important because it's got to be able to grab onto there. So all I did was just, I smoothed out, there's a small parting line in there from the forge or the mold or whatever they use to make that part. So I did smooth that down a little bit and just polish the edge of it so that it would slide onto the round easier. I removed very, very little metal from the extractor itself. So why it's not as reliable as it could be or as it should be, I don't know, but like I said, I like the looks of the gun. I like the feel of it and everything. It's pretty comfortable even though it's pretty small, and it shoots great. It's just not reliable. Anyways, thanks for watching Small Caliber Arms Review and the Taurus Spectrum Revisited. I probably won't do any more videos on this thing, and although I probably will never get rid of it, I just won't rely on it for concealed carry. If you could, hit this button up here to check out some of my other videos, and then hit this one right over here to subscribe if you haven't already. And thanks for watching Small Caliber Arms Review.